So I've been revising my novel, and as any good would-be novelist would tell you, the best way to procrastinate when it comes to novel revision is to read articles about writing. So naturally that's what I've been doing, and it seems like every writing blog I came across suggested the same book, Stephen King's memoir on writing. Now I'm a sucker for a good memoir, and despite the fact that I hadn't read any Stephen King up to that point, I decided I wanted the book anyway, because I knew he was a respected author, and I love hearing craftspeople talk about their craft. Now I would have just bought the ebook version, but I hate reading on my iPad and I hate reading on my computer. I like having the book in my hands so I can turn the pages and feel the words absorbing into my skin. Maybe that's just the ink, but you know, whatever. So I found the cheapest used copy I could on Amazon and I ordered it. And I waited patiently. That's a lie. I waited extremely impatiently for the book to show up, and it didn't 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 show up. And I went out of town on vacation thinking, surely when I get home it will be waiting for me. I can't wait. And I went on vacation and I came home and it was not waiting for me. At this point it had been a month, and so I was getting a little upset because I knew I'd seen the notification that it had shipped. So I logged into my email and checked what day it had shipped on, and it turns out I had it shipped to one of my old addresses that was still in my Amazon account. And I panicked and I was like, well crap, I'm never gonna get this book back, but then I had an idea. What if I just send a self-addressed stamped envelope to the person who currently lives at that address? What's the worst that could happen? I'm out a few stamps. So I did that, and I put my current address as both the to and from address on the envelope so that there was no way it could get to anyone but me. And I also included my email address so that the person who lived there could contact me if need be to let me know if they'd thrown the book out or given it away or taken it to Half Price Books or whatever. Put it in the mail, and I waited. Much less patiently this time because I really wanted the book at this point. I waited a week, after which I still hadn't heard anything from my would-be book savior, and at that point I started to lose hope because in Texas stuff usually takes a day to ship. If you're sending it from Texas to Texas, you should get the thing the next day. So I was expecting an email at least sometime that week. Didn't happen. So I went back onto Amazon and was like, okay, I'm willing to buy this book again. I want to read it that badly. At this point, buying another used copy on top of the copy I'd already bought, on top of the stamps I used on the envelope, I could have just walked into Barnes & Noble and bought the thing new. So I debated and waited and debated and waited and bought it anyway. Again. This time being sure to delete every other address that wasn't my current address from Amazon so that it would definitely go to the right place. And I waited. This time much more patiently because I knew it was going to come. It was just a matter of time and I had to cool my jets. So I checked the mail yesterday and there it was. An envelope with a stamp on it indicating it was from a used bookseller. Ah! But there was something else in the mail yesterday too. An envelope that I had addressed myself, both to and from, and covered in stamps, containing this. So now I have two copies. Yeah, that's my Amazon story. I really hope this book is as good as everyone says it is. It's got great reviews from authors and writing bloggers alike, so I'm excited to read it. That's it for me. I will see you tomorrow. Goodbye.